What's up and welcome to my guitar channel. This year I've decided that every single month I'm going to release a video that focuses exclusively on some exercises for each technique. This first month we're going to do alternate picking. Next month, who knows? The point is to actually keep learning new techniques and trying new things. Whenever I've found that I've been spending 3 or 6 or 12 months practicing one specific idea, I get really good at that one idea and it makes me think that I'm improving as a player, but I'm actually not. I'm starting to stagnate. On the other side of the coin, if you're trying to learn a new technique every single day, you're not actually going to let any of it sink in. So this way, you're going to spend a short amount of time focusing on one particular area, get quite good at that with quite a different range of techniques that you'll be practicing. And then the next month, you start focusing on something else. And soon enough, I'll start creating lessons like this that combine multiple different techniques so you're not losing too much of the thing that you've been focusing on, but then you're not just working on techniques for forever. Make sure you take this as fast or slow as you need. The tabs are provided in a link downstairs. It's really important to note that the tempo markings on these examples is pretty much random. It's just a goal for you to aim for. Hopefully you're a bit slower and you need to try and get to it. If you're a lot slower, that's entirely okay. All the examples that I've given are faster than the tempos that I've marked, but all the close-ups that I've given are a lot slower than the tempos that I've marked. Don't worry about it if you can't achieve it this month. You will in time. Just move on to the next set of exercises. What is most important is that you play it cleanly and clearly. If you have to slow it down to a snail's pace to do that, that is exactly perfect. When a snail's pace is easy and you need to speed it up until it's a snail's pace and a half, then that's exactly where you should be and don't force yourself to go further than that. So let's get into it. The first technique sounds like this. And slowly it's like this. So the point of this exercise is to make sure that we're focused. If we don't focus on what we're doing here, we will screw up. I don't think that the technique is that hard. We're just taking one little phrase and playing 2 notes every single time we hit a note. And absolutely change this around to any chord progression that you want, because anything like this is going to help wake you up. It's going to help improve your accuracy. It's going to help improve your speed when you start moving it more quickly. But it's actually not that difficult. It's pretty easy to remember. So there's all these things that are working for you to allow you to improve in a very simple way. Highly recommend an exercise like this. Of course, if you want to make it harder, you can start on an upstroke, or you can just play one note. Or you can throw more notes in there, so 3 per note, 4 per note, anything that you want to do, it's all entirely up to you. The point is that it's a simple pattern, easy to play. You need to make sure that you're accurate, and then we keep rolling. So on to exercise 2. This one is designed to trip you up, so let's do that. So a lot of alternate picking exercises are kind of blocks. Now this one is absolutely a block too, but it's designed to throw you off in the block, as I mentioned earlier. This is because if we maintain an up, down pattern over a 9-note block, then we end up with something that we're going to go through every single iteration. When we're skipping strings, we're going to do it from skipping one string from a downstroke to an upstroke, and then from an upstroke to a downstroke. And that's the point, is when we're playing guitar, we're going to be faced with all these different situations at any point in time. So unless we're used to playing all of those different versions and iterations that we can possibly think about, we're going to have to practice that in when eventually we do stumble over it. So this one is just designed to make sure that you keep moving between the different possibilities of picking, and you don't really get used to any one, so you have a really good sense of what to do in any situation. All right, let's move on to number 3. That one, we're just looking at string skipping. Let's play that one slow and make sure that we're getting everything right. the biggest thing to note with this one is it starts on the offbeat. So on the and of the 4 of the bar before, so it's an anacrusis. The point is it's really easy to make this one more difficult. What we can do is start on the downbeat on the 8. So ignore the anacrusis altogether and becomes down, up, down, up, down, up. Right, now that as an option, I find that incredibly difficult to play. That was about the max speed that I could possibly do it. At least for me, what I find is that when I'm doing a downstroke on the higher note and an upstroke on the lower note, it just decreases my accuracy massively. So this is obviously the exercise that I'm going to be spending most of my time working on this month because I find it really, really difficult. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So exercise 4 is something that I picked up from a Guthrie Govan video. It is actually really simple, but once again, it puts you through every situation that you can pretty much possibly encounter with alternate picking and changing between strings. This exercise is kind of broken down into 6 different exercises. So let's just go through them quickly. So first exercise. Next exercise. Next exercise. Next exercise. Next exercise. Next exercise. So with this exercise, it doesn't actually matter that you play this continuously, but the point is that each one of those that I played for you was different in a fundamental way. I don't care which way you approach the difference, but it's important that you go through every single one. So the first one starts with the down pick. And we just follow our alternate picking. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. The next one, we're changing position, which the picking pattern changes in relation to when you change string. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And then the next one, we're doing the same thing, but we're changing the place where we change strings. Right, and then the next 3 versions of the exercise, we're starting on an upstroke. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down. I prefer to do it where you kind of keep the same picking pattern and then you just change position, starting with the downstroke. Because that way it just allows you to kind of keep the flow of things. But I don't really care if you do the one pattern and then you do start on the downstroke and then the upstroke. But yeah, the point is play through all of those, get used to all of those, and kind of roll those into your practice somewhere because they will be really important for you pretty much forever. That's probably the only exercise that I would say practice this for as long as you can remember to practice it. Everything else you can kind of forget and come back to at different points. Now we're on to exercise 5, which is a speed picking exercise. Okay, great. Really simple. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up the whole way, and then you follow whatever scale you want to follow. I did the harmonic minor scale. You can do whatever scale you want. If I do the Byzantine, which is a fun scale because it sounds so exotic. Very simple. Now, the point is you don't just do this on one string. You do the whole scale on one string, and then you move to the next string and you do it again. The only thing to note is that you don't change the scale shape. This is about speed. It's about accuracy. It's not about making things too complicated. You're just trying to build as quickly as you can on here. So if I do the harmonic minor scale on the high string, I'm going to do the harmonic minor scale on the B string. Now these two are definitely not in the same key at all, but I'm using the same shape on each string as I go through, and you want to go through all 6 strings. So that's what I consider to be a full loop of this exercise, is you do this scale on every single different string at the target speed. And if you get every single note accurate, then you've successfully achieved that exercise. If you screw up a note, maybe you're going too fast, maybe you just need to do it again, blah, 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 blah. Point is you want to be able to repeat this over the entire guitar and then change the exercise how you see fit. Exercise 6, this one involves a whole bunch of string skipping. Not that complicated, but these string skips are once again changing things up for you. So the first string skip, you're playing an upstroke. The second string skip is a downstroke. Third string skip is an upstroke. These are the types of things that you really want to get used to, is having the flexibility to kind of do whatever you want. All right, so let's move on to the final exercise. Now, I've left this one for last because it's in groupings of 5. I don't really see the point in doing these exercises unless you're starting to make your brain think in different ways. If you've just got a whole bunch of exercises that are, groups of 4, that's great. You're going to have the rhythm of a group of 4 down, but music moves through different rhythms, and 5s are a rhythm that's really often avoided. And the more that you can do it, then just the more interest that you can start throwing into your music at any point in time. Don't fret too much. Take this one slow. If you really haven't got any concept of how to group in 5s, I will teach you in a moment. So let's take that slowly for a sec. So it can be quite simple to count in 3s, 4s, 5s, whatever that you want. All you need to do is find a memorable word that it works for. So let's say we've got our metronome ticking at whatever speed. If we want to know what a quaver is, all we have to say, which a quaver is also known as a duple, you can just say with the rhythm of the beat. Do pull, do pull, do pull. And then there you've got your rhythm. With a triplet, 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 triplet. Done. With a quadruplet, 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 quadruplet. When it comes to 5s and 7s, the one that I like to use is fucking difficult, fucking difficult, fucking difficult, fucking difficult. You don't like to swear, then you can say bloody difficult, bloody difficult. Going to 7s, it becomes very bloody difficult, very bloody difficult, very bloody difficult. The point is that each syllable is evenly spaced, and when you're able to sing it, when you're able to kind of connect with it on that level, all it takes is just saying it while you transfer it to the guitar. Fucking difficult, fucking difficult, fucking difficult, fucking difficult, fucking difficult. And then you've done the exercise. So with every single one of these exercises, I think it's really important to break away from what I've actually laid out in the tab that I've left below. So there's a pentatonic exercise in here. If we take the 1-octave version, take the pentatonic to the next position in the pentatonic. The next one. These are the types of things that I want you to do. Maybe you want to change it to the full minor scale. Maybe change it to the major scale. There are loads of options, and don't let the tab dictate what you do. Be creative with it. Try different scales. If you're trying to learn, say, Lydian, then change all of these to Lydian. Every single one of these starts on the first scale degree, so all you got to do is change the few notes that are different to what you're trying to learn, and you will learn it in a different way. All right, so that's pretty much it from me this week. Check in with me next month if you want more exercises. If you like me, then check with all my videos that I release. Other than that, I will see you next time for more stuff about music. Bye-bye.